Welcome. Ooh, we've got a good one for you today. Part 3 of a 7-part series as we consciously ground in these energies that have come in to support us, give us hope, give us inspiration, give us action for now in 2025. There is a beautiful story that is woven throughout this episode, and at the very end, it ties together with a really unique surprise that Spirit brings in to help really catapult your energy into the space you desire to be in next. Welcome to the Your Energy First podcast, where we talk about all things your intuition, developing your spiritual gifts, and if you feel the call, to turn them into an incredibly creative business that the world needs. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Emily McNaughton, and we are now in the third part of a 7-part series grounding in these new 2025 energies that are here already. How are they helping you? How are they showing up? In this episode, we are going to get some clarity as I intuit messages from Spirit, Spirit being the activation of source energy. I am connected to my light. I'm connected to my higher power. I invite you to do the same. If you're not familiar with that, you can do that via the Inner Light Framework, which I offer complimentary in my profile. And part of what we're doing here collectively is we're not just waking up on our spiritual journeys, but we're actually waking up our own personal awareness around our unique energy. Did you know that your energy is unique? This is the part that consistently puts me in awe every single day with this work as I hold space. I hold energetic space for people and unique messages come through. Everyone has similar problems or things that they're working through, breakthroughs they're trying to have. Yet at the ground level, the way that they go about solving them is slightly different. And that means that the way that spirit, that energy comes through to help them is also unique. So what this activation is going to do for you today is going to help you connect with your own personal self, your own personal higher self, your own higher power, and give you the exact unique energy you need to help you through this little mini breakthrough. I feel like we're on the cusp of, they're showing me right now. So I see energy. And one of the things Spirit is showing for me in this moment as I hold energetic space for this podcast episode is many of us are going to be having mini breakthroughs throughout the rest of the year that's really helping build this momentum for next year. Now, it's not as if January 1st comes around and poof, new energy starts. It's already in, and this is a wave a lot of us are riding. I would say we're all riding it. It's just we might be riding it differently. Okay, so the previous 2 episodes we did, there's actually an additional episode I put in there, but in the last couple of episodes of this series, we started at our root and then we went to our sacral. Now we're at our power energy center. And what's really interesting about this energy is we think about the power energy center is in sessions, one of the ones I see a lot. And I mean, all of the chakras show up quite a bit. But when you think about every chakra we work through, be it heart work or root work or creative, inspiring, passionate work of our sacral or throat, all of it comes back through. And then who are we now? How are we sharing ourselves with the world? And oftentimes that comes through our power chakra or our power energy center. So with this activation, it's starting with a lot of grounding energy, because part of the way that we feel comfortable and confident showing up and acting upon these energies that are here, that are guiding each of us forward, is by having that rooted inness to what is our own personal safety and light. Nobody can give that to you. I can't tell it to you. Your parents can't give it to you anymore. Your loved one probably gives you a lot of support, but no matter what, it has to come from you. So, in this energy here right now, they're showing me this potted flower, and they say in this flower you really bloom, or in this pot, pardon me, you really bloom. Yet we don't want to look at this as a solo journey, but we do want to look at it from the point of how can I tend and care for my energy and feel really, really good wrapped in these new energies? And then how is it I'm showing up for them? So, one of the examples the guides are giving is a lot of you are, oh gosh, this is interesting, having a lot of thoughts, opinions, creative inspiration, ideas, but you don't know your outlet for them. And your normal outlets aren't making sense in the moment. Ooh, I really like that. I really like that. A normal outlet would be, say you normally share things with a partner or a best friend or a group of people that you're used to. And really what's happening right now is they're not saying that those things are no longer a fit, but they're actually encouraging you to consider voicing yourself and sharing it outside of your normal network. Now, that's going to look different for everybody. Some of you, it means you're going to be bringing some of your thoughts and best energetic practices into your workspace. For some of you, you are going to be carving out new friendships that nurture this more spiritual side of yourself. And for others, you may decide that this is something that you want to do for your work or for your career vocation and everything in between. So again, we're not negating those other relationships that are important. We're just saying, okay, but how is this asking you to expand? Interesting. Have you been getting that nudge a little bit to expand? Coming into this activation, find your own personal inner light. Find your inner home, your inner power. You know, our body is a sanctuary for our energy. So it's really important that we begin by settling within, and your inner light is that captivation point for you, your higher self, your guides, your team, source energy. And this is how you know you are enthroned and encapsulated by that loving light energy and nothing else. So from here, we are connected with our inner source power, and we're going to say, please run divine energy for me. I am claiming my light. I am claiming my heart space. And while this energy runs through you, you want to just notice how it is you feel. Do you feel it going anywhere? Really, really beautiful. Taking a breath in. I set the intention I receive exactly what it is that I need in this activation. Something else to note in any activation that I host or that you do with myself or anyone, always follow your own inner guidance first. This is a suggestion. Part of what is coming through with this energy, it's really beautiful. It's like a crystalline energy. When crystalline energy comes in, it is a sign of strength. In this case, it's also a really big sign of clarity. So I'm going to invite you to focus on your power energy center. This is right about the lower part of your rib cage, right above your belly button, kind of like below your chest, above your belly button area. And maybe you're kind of noticing different parts of it. So you may be noticing the back part of it in your back, lower back. You may be noticing the front part of it, or kind of everything in between. Your energy centers actually exist at the front and back part of you, and they're connected within. So while we're noticing this power energy center of yours, I want you to kind of tap into, what does it feel like? What does yours feel like right now? Does it feel soft? Does it feel disconnected from the front to the back? Does it feel big? Does it feel small? Does it feel sort of unproportionate to each other? Just kind of notice. And when I invite you to notice this, what I'm really saying is pay attention to your four senses. What is it that you know to be true just by asking yourself this reflective question? And for some of you, you can really sense and feel this one. We've got big, beautiful, gorgeous waves of energy coming in to support you right now. They're incredible, absolutely incredible. Like these soft but vast golden waves. They are doing a lot of clearing. But what happens when clearing energy takes place, it's not that it just takes parts of you and moves them away. It actually gives you a lot of clarity as you beautifully turn shadow parts of yourself into wisdom. And that's what's happening here. So maybe you notice these waves begin to move around your body in different ways. Maybe you notice that you start to feel a little bit more fuller. And as these waves move through you, they're doing a lot of work on our power energy centers right now. It makes sense that they would have something powerfully symbolic like waves come in to support us. Because again, so much of our power energy center, it's not just about how we show up physically with our actions in this world, it's how we feel when we show up. That's big. That's big. It's kind of a dance, isn't it? It's a dance between how do I feel about showing up and how am I showing up? Beautiful when the two are in alignment, and that is always the goal. But also, when it doesn't happen, we just observe ourselves, go to our light, ask ourselves, where do we need support? What are we desiring to heal? And move forward from there. Okay. I'm just holding space for this energy for us in this moment. So part of what Spirit is saying right now is be curious. This would be sort of your takeaway from this session, is to be curious. The curiosity is, where do I desire to be seen? Oof, where do I desire to be seen? I love that. I love that question. Thank you. Thanks, guys. That's so good. And the second question is, how does it feel when I do? Take a breath in for a moment, because what they're helping you with here and these energies that are landing in, it's actually energy that's going to push, encourage the needle forward as you show up. And this means all of this thinking behind the scenes you've been doing for a while now, could be years. I'm not calling anybody out, don't get me wrong. They say it's time. It's time. So where do you desire to be seen, and how does it feel when you do? Beautiful, beautiful reflective questions for us to take away here. There's also this encouragement that we may not know the answer right away, and there will be multiple answers. So follow your own inner voice, your own inner truth about which one of these feels right for you. And as you take the leap, as you take the steps, how does it feel? This is how we shift and move out of fear, which is an unconscious state, into alignment, which is our conscious state. Now, I have the alignment container open right now, which is if you want to work one-on-one with me to help you get clear on your intuitive gifts, get clear on how you do your own personal energy healing work, and then how are you meant to bring this forward for others, either in your vocation, in your passion. And we also do creative manifestation work. What I mean by that is the alignment container is now 4 months, and we really work on how you are consciously creating, otherwise known as manifesting, but we don't just manifest things. We help you consciously create from this new aligned and inspired place, so that as you communicate with your intuition, your spirit guides, and self, you are learning how to consciously create this moving forward. I am also going to be opening up space for a group for this same program. So if the one-on-one or the group sounds good to you, you have the option for either. And Prism, if you desire to turn up your spiritual gifts and make it your full-time work, but not full-time hours, that program is opening up at a group level. It's also available at a one-on-one level. And it is so much fun and such an honor to help guide people through this work. Really, really fun. Intuitives, spiritualists, this is where it's at 2025 and beyond. It is our time to show up, how appropriate, and come forward with this work. Okay. So to close out this session, it's really beautiful. They're bringing us from root to heart. And it's like this vase that is holding your other beautiful chakras that go above this vase, right? All of them working together. It's not like a vase, it's like a pot. Again, back to that flower in the pot and how the soil is so much a part of what we see when a flower blooms. That's how it all comes together. I love it. I love it when spirit puts stories together like this and weaves them into the healings and activations. And that's exactly what we're doing right now, is we're nurturing your soil as you bloom. All right, taking a breath in, really beautiful job. Really, really beautiful job. One other thing, they are bringing forward a lot of star energy. Now, star energy comes forward in this activation right now when we are needing to kind of not spread out our energy, like spread it thin, but I want you to think about how sometimes, you need to stretch your physical body. Sometimes you need to stretch your energy. And when you stretch your energy, you do it in your light so that you don't have to worry about getting bumped up against anything negative. You do it from your inner light and you stretch out your energy and you just kind of feel around you and let these stars kind of help massage your energy field. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, and this is really helping you kind of get some of the creaks out and again, open up for that full alignment, because when new energies come in, it's actually raising and expanding our vibration, which is what these stars are helping us do. Okay, it is so wonderful to connect in this way. I would love to hear what inspired you as you went throughout this episode. If you have any questions for me or comments or shares, you can find me connect@emilymarie.com. Until next time.